This week on Lights, Camera, Vegas. Move over, Bond and Bourne. The lethal ladies of the 355 are ready for some serious action, and we're talking to this killer cast.
How much fun was it assembling your dream team of assassins?
It was amazing. It was like a dream list of what actors and actresses do you want to work with. I'm still shocked that I got away with it.
Then from assassins to some films that are literally a scream.
Hello, Sydney.
We're taking a look at the best movies that will get you back to theaters. Also, we know her from her family band, Haim. Now, Alana Haim talks about taking out their world tour in Vegas and her very first acting role that's already winning her Oscar buzz.
Are you like the mind-blown emoji all the time? Like
100%. Can't even comprehend what's happening.
Then what happens when the world of Harry Potter collides with M Night Shymalan?
He actually nearly did one of the Potter films. He nearly did 3, I think.
Rupert Grint's Potter revelation and working with the master of suspense on the thrilling series Servant. Lots of twists and turns this week as Lights, Camera, Vegas starts right now.
Welcome to Lights, Camera, Vegas. The new year kicked off with several great new movies hitting theaters. So grab a popcorn as we take a look at some of the best, starting with the killer cast of the 355.
We're the top agents from around the world. American, British, German, Colombian, Chinese.
But now we have a common enemy.
They can start World War III from simple reach of their keyboard.
So we need to join forces.
what a way to jumpstart January. I mean, with this film, with Eyes of Faye, with everything you do, you never disappoint, girl. I mean, you bring it. You're so endlessly entertaining, and you have such smart projects and roles that women can really aspire to. I love it.
That makes me feel so good that you said that. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm trying to, make projects that I feel contribute in some positive way in society. And I love women, and I think women are so strong and powerful and exciting and inspiring. So yeah, I'm happy to use my platform to put those stories out there.
Well, because I love it, because you're not just only starring in the film, but your production company, Freckle Films, you're a producer. So how much fun was it assembling your dream team of assassins?
It was amazing. It was like a dream list of what actors and actresses do you want to work with. I had loved all of these actresses. They're some of the best artists working today, and I'd met them too, because I was thinking of I want to work with people who are also really nice and really fun to be around. And that's what happened. It's kind of, I'm still shocked that I got away with it. I literally was like, who do I want to work with and where do I want to film? And we made it happen.
I'll handle the guns.
Are you in therapy?
I should be.
Listen, I love Bourne, I love me some James Bond, but what is it about female spies that add this extra level of fun and excitement? It's just like next level.
Well, I think so. It's a very unexpected take on that genre that is typically male-driven. And I think all the girls in this movie are pretty badass, but there's a different flavor to this than to like Charlie's Angels or something like that.
You have cameras in your jewelry, comms in your earrings.
You bump, I grab.
When you're making a movie like this and all this cool training and these stunts, I mean, does it kind of give you a little extra spring in your step? Do you feel more badass through your day, going grocery shopping or doing the laundry? You're like, don't mess with me.
100%. It's so funny you say that, because you do start believing your own hype. You train every day for so many weeks, and then they make you look really good on set, right? They're working with you to your skill level. So you do end up thinking, I'm really pretty badass, and you wear all these cool clothes, and then the movie ends and you realize you're not. But for a while there, I felt pretty good about myself, yes.
I like the new team.
We're the 355.
I know you're no stranger to action films, of course, but how do you think, after seeing how impressive these women are, how do you think the Avengers would do facing off against these lethal women?
Not well. They'd all be too worried about their hair, you know. The Avengers, not these women. You know, particularly Iron Man, I think.
I just have to ask, you're about to slip on a Tommy Lee's leather pants. How wild a ride is that going to be for fans?
Did you know anything at all about Mr. Lee before you met him?
I knew he was the drummer for Motley Crue.
Did you find him attractive?
I liked his smile. I still do.
We're so good together, Pamela.
To everlasting love. I think it's going to be pretty wild, certainly, but at the same time, you know, it's a very actually relevant story that's still very timely, I think, as people will discover.
Always such a tough guy.
If you were going to recruit, we've got so many amazing female headliners here in Vegas, from Lady Gaga to Celine Dion, Shania Twain, Katy Perry just started. If you were going to recruit a Vegas headliner for the 355, who would you pick and why?
Ooh, it'd have to be someone that you'd think was a spy in real life. Do you know who I think could be a spy in real life? Is Celine Dion a headliner in Vegas?
He is!
Yeah, I think she's a spy. I think she's obviously a gifted singer, obviously. But there's something about her. She's kind of got that like chaotic energy that is exciting, but you feel like maybe it's out there because then she's doing something on the side. So yeah, maybe she's a spy.
Celine's like the best singer in the world and secret spy. She can do it.
Exactly.
Well, Jessica, you are such a breath of fresh air. I sat next to you at the Critics' Choice Awards a couple years ago, and you were just as delightful in person in real life as you are on the screen, and that's not always common. So I just want to say thank you for being you, and what you give us on screen and off is really appreciated.
Thank you so much for saying that. Was I very nervous?
No, you were very sweet and delightful, and Octavia Spencer came over, and we had a lot of fun, so it was a great time.
I love her. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
They called her Agent 355 because they didn't want the world to know her real name.
Along with the 355, there's other exciting movies hitting theaters, including one with some familiar faces taking a stab at a classic.
You ready for this?
Oh, stop. Wait. There's certain rules to surviving.
The attacks were all on people related to the original killers.
Whatever his link is to our past, it's pulled us all back here.
25 years after Scream reinvented slasher films and changed the genre, Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette are all back for a new face-off with Ghostface. And the 5th film in the franchise is promising big scares and laughs, which is a scream to watch on the big screen.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
He's here.
Cyrano?
Cyrano.
Pleasure to meet you, Cyrano de Bergerac.
If you've missed Peter Dinklage in Game of Thrones, check out the star singing for the first time in Cyrano. A new take on the classic tale and a new challenge the star told me was equal parts thrilling and terrifying.
That should be life all the time, right? There's excitement is terrifying, and it's why people love horror movies. It's an excitement to the terror.
His performance and the film are already racking up multiple nominations and getting tons of early Oscar buzz.
Are we dead? No, we are just inside the moon. That might be the greatest sentence anyone's ever said.
Halle Berry is lost in space in Moonfall. The sci-fi adventure follows 3 unlikely heroes as they set off on a mission into space in an attempt to save Earth after the moon is knocked off its orbit. The movie is from Roland Emmerich, the master of disaster, who gave us films like Independence Day and The Day After Tomorrow.
The Marry Me concert tour is something you will not want to miss. In 36 hours, superstar Kat Valdez and Grammy-winning Sebastian will perform their new song, Marry Me, and exchange vows in front of a streaming audience of 20 million people.
Just before Valentine's, J-Lo is back with another rom-com, Marry Me. She plays a global superstar, sounds familiar, who abruptly marries a fan played by Owen Wilson when her wedding is called off. The former Vegas superstar giving us not only romance, but some new music with co-star Maluma.
I'm pretty sure he just threatened to kill me. Oh, this is gonna suck! Don't get caught. You were just gonna leave me back there.
Somebody had to get the cross.
Following his massive Spider-Man success, Tom Holland swings back onto the silver screen with Mark Wahlberg in Uncharted. Holland is a treasure-hunting adventurer, and Wahlberg is his wisecracking partner. With comedy and adventure, Uncharted could be a modern-day Indiana Jones-style action film with a fun new team in the making.
Still ahead from the music world to the silver screen, Alana Haim on her first role in the new movie Licorice Pizza. But first, what would Harry Potter have been like with M Night Shymalan directing? Rupert Grint says it almost happened. Hear the story next.
Hey, Debbie Gibson here, and you're watching Lights, Camera, Vegas with my girl, Rachel.
A toast to motherhood and to new beginnings.
I first talked to you when you guys were launching the series. Now here we are, season 3, season 4 has already been greenlit. I mean, it's pretty amazing. You guys have really developed this, no pun intended, a cult following that are so excited to see what's going to happen next.
We're continuing the story, lean pretty heavily into the thriller. I mean, we start off in this sort of serene, happy place. Now we're starting season 3, however many months later, and Jericho's eating solid foods and everything's quite nice. It fairly quickly devolves from there.
I don't want to lose my son again.
Things are decaying.
She's gotta go.
God didn't bring back Jericho.
And who did?
This has so many twists and turns, and does it make you, like, when you're doing a show like this, does it make you more like suspicious or kind of like skittish in your real life, like suspicious of that sound or maybe that person lurking over there?
Yeah, I was a very practical human being, but every time I hear like a little thing, and actually I have a daughter, so I have an infant child, and there is truth to that. I didn't realize, and I was lucky we performed it that way, and Night had kids and was like, no, it's like you hear it and you're like, what is that noise? And when she goes to sleep, you're like watching the monitor, you're doing something else, you're making dinner with your wife, and then there's this little wah, and you're like, is that a cry? It's the truck driving by, and it's the squeak of his rear axle. But yeah, that noise of a cry is very imprinted in your brain once you're a parent.
I imagine playing these characters and doing these scenes, that would seep into the subconscious for sure. And I'm wondering, Rupert, if something else kind of seeped in. I still cannot believe this is the first time you've really done an American accent.
I think it would be best for everyone if you were able to make peace with Leanne.
By season 3 now, do you find like you're pulling that out as a party favor sometime? Like, look at my American accent, kids.
No, not at all. It's not something I've ever really been, and still to this day, not completely confident with. It's something you constantly have to kind of look after and kind of keep listening to, without it becoming too much of a obsession. And like weird words will kind of like come in and trip you up, like floorboards. Can't say floorboards.
What is the most American phrase? Like, we always think like when I go to London, I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. Or literally, what's one of the most American phrases that you guys never say that you definitely know you're an American accent?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Never say that at home. Never ever, and never ever like, oh, it's awesome. Like it's just never. I don't think but I've started saying it a lot. Playing an American. That's awesome. That's awesome.
This is my home. This is my family. And I will not let you take me away from them. What
is that one movie or show that you watched, and maybe as a child or growing up or as an adult, that blew your mind that you never saw that ending coming?
Probably because we're sitting here. What comes to mind is The Sixth Sense, right?
On brand,
obviously.
Yeah.
That's on brand. And I just showed that fairly recently to my 14-year-old. We had a family movie night and watched that, and he was pretty shocked and amazed by that one.
And Rupert, by the way, Leslie, M. Night has just praised you, saying he's never seen an evolution quite like yours from successful child actor to adult performer, and just it's been such a seamless. I mean, what has your experience been like working with this phenomenal director and writer and storyteller?
Great. I mean, he was kind of a big part of the draw to do this series. I've been a huge fan of his. I think he actually nearly did one of the Potter films. He nearly did 3, I think. I've always been a huge fan of his, and he's great. He's just such a great energy to have on set, and the way he shoots things in this kind of really thoughtful, kind of minimal way. It's really unique.
An M. Night Shymalan Harry Potter movie, that would have been like very interesting, but at least we get this collaboration, which is just as thrilling. So you guys, congratulations on everything.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you.
Still ahead, Alana Haim's acting life is moving so quickly, even she can't believe it.
It feels like I'm gonna wake up or like the credits are gonna roll and I'm like, that would have been amazing if that actually happened in my life.
But first, we're talking the best sensory experiences in this week's Vegas Hot List. The Vegas Hot List, brought to you by Pepper.
This week's Hot List is all about sensory experiences, something celebrated at Pepper. The largest retail store at Resorts World is also a luxury sexual wellness experience focused on the 5 senses: touch, taste, sight, smell, and sound. All elements that enhance connection and the playful pursuit of pleasure. From books and candles to intimate apparel, there is so much to see and explore at Pepper that will definitely engage all your senses. You have permission to play, as this exciting new addition to Vegas is becoming a destination location at Resorts World. And in celebrating the 5 senses, we're also taking a look in this week's Hot List at the 5 best sensory experiences in Vegas. Experience Vegas through the magical feeling of flight with a cool new immersive attraction called Flyover. You'll feel the wind in your hair as you dip and dive across awe-inspiring landscapes, all without leaving the Strip. Get ready for a mind-bending experience like none other at Meow Wolf's Omega Mart. You'll explore an extraordinary supermarket that bursts into surreal worlds of surprising art and secret landscapes within the attraction. The Neon Museum is a long celebrated treasure honoring the art and history of Vegas in the coolest way. And one of their latest attractions is really show-stopping. Brilliant is a show that redefines the way we explore Vegas. It reanimates 40 vintage signs and transports you into classic Las Vegas through sight and sound. The High Roller at the Link always offers a sensational sensory experience 55 feet high above the Strip, providing some of the most Instagrammable shots and breathtaking views of Vegas. The Ocean's 11 fellas ended their Vegas caper here, and nothing quite celebrates our city like the Bellagio Fountains, a classic attraction that's always updating and changing with modern music, so it's a fresh experience every time.
I'm not gonna forget you. Just like you're not gonna forget me. Gross.
I am good. How are you?
I am good. Not as good as you, girl.
Craziness.
Your story is like a movie in itself. I mean, to land a starring role in a film like this, but then get all this award show buzz, how surreal has this whole experience been for you?
I mean, you said it best. It feels like a movie. It feels like I'm gonna wake up or like the credits are gonna roll and I'm like, that would have been amazing if that actually happened in my life. I mean, I'm like I'm just shocked. I mean, I have not gotten over the initial shock of just the movie even being out. So it's been a wild ride. It's been a wild ride.
Well, I love it. You know, it's very encouraging, uplifting, aspirational for people to know dreams do happen. So manifest that, make the move on, right?
This is what dreams are made of.
I love it.
It's the Lizzie McGuire movie. I'm living the Lizzie McGuire movie.
And she's hooked to the silver screen.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Do you know who my girlfriend is?
Barbara Streisand?
Barbara Streisand.
Sand.
Yeah, like sands. Like the ocean, like
Barbara
beaches.
Streisand?
No.
You land this starring role in this phenomenal film, and then you get scenes with Sean Penn and Bradley Cooper. What were the most surprising things you learned about those two?
I think I was so starstruck that it's such a blur, but they were both so incredibly welcoming to me, which I was so happy about. I mean, I knew that they're incredible actors and incredible people, and they really did make me feel like I deserved to be there, which was insane because I have never done this before. And I was just trying to do a good job, and that's all I could do. I was really just like, I got to do a good job, and they rooted me on, which was really nice. And we made something really crazy.
The unfamiliarity of working with these major Hollywood stars, but also you had the comfort of your real life sisters and family playing your family.
I know. Like, who else can play my family other than my family? I mean, my family is hilarious. And I think Paul has had enough dinners and lunches with all of us all together to know that, oh, if I just set up a camera, people are probably going to laugh at this, which is so great.
Roll sound. Roll camera A. Roll camera B. Marking. Action.
You know what also is cool? I'm in Las Vegas, and you guys, you know, the band with your sisters, you guys are launching your tour next year in Vegas.
Just know that I want you back.
Oh yes, we're coming to Vegas. I'm so excited. The One More Haim tour. It's going to be a blast.
I mean, you guys have played here obviously before, but this is like the launch of the new tour after the pandemic and everything, right?
I know. We've been itching to go on tour for now 2 years. Our record came out almost 2 years ago, and we haven't played it live yet. And it's a live album. We made it to play live. So now finally we're going to play it live. It's going to be great. Vegas is going to be an insane show. We're now starting to, put the show together, and it's the best part of, this process. And we love playing live, and it's going to be great. I can't wait to come back to Vegas. Get me to Vegas.
Hey, congratulations to you. What a beautiful performance. Can't wait to see everything you do next. And we'll see you on tour in Vegas soon.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
From the coming-of-age drama Licorice Pizza to action films like The 355, so many good movies are giving us a very fun cinematic start to 2022. But it is time for us to yell cut on our show this week. Until next time, guys, take care.